Diddy bought his son a Bentley. Maybe, he could buy you one also while you're out.
He got me a Lamborghini.
That's nice.
I haven't gotten it yet, though.
Yeah, I know. When is that coming, that Lamborghini? We talked about this last time.
He had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
It started like any other episode of the podcast. Just another conversation, another story, another night behind the mic. But this time, something changed. I'm sitting there thinking it's going to be a normal discussion, and then someone plays this 1-minute clip. Just 1 minute. And I'm telling you, it hits like a punch to the gut. I've had killers sit across from me, I've talked to presidents, I've heard some of the darkest stories you can imagine, and I've never reacted like this. Because what that clip shows isn't politics, it isn't war, it's something way more disturbing. It's about a kid, Justin Bieber, a young artist thrown into the machine of an industry run by some of the most powerful and potentially dangerous people in entertainment. And when you really start looking at it, when you really think about what that moment means, it makes you wonder how long these things have been happening right in front of everyone while the whole world just kept watching.
Many horrific accusations though involving young singers, children.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
It's insane.
He makes R. Kelly look like a decent guy.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
It is crazy. And meanwhile, the guy was like hanging out with Oprah, hanging out with Obama.
Jay-Z,
everybody.
I'm sure the Clintons were there at some point.
Maybe Bill.
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. I have been given custody of him. He signed to Usher. I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me.
Now just think about that for a second. The biggest pop star on the planet at the time, a 15-year-old kid from a small town in Canada, suddenly gets pulled into the center of the entertainment machine and placed right next to one of the most powerful figures in the music industry, Sean "Diddy" Combs. And everyone around them was selling it like it was some fairy tale moment. They called it mentorship. They called it opportunity. They said this was the dream every young artist hopes for. But when you step back and really look at it, when you remove all the glitter and headlines, it doesn't feel like a dream at all. It feels like a young kid being thrown into a world he couldn't possibly understand yet, surrounded by power, fame, and people who knew exactly how that system worked. And that's the part that really makes you stop and think about what was actually happening behind the scenes.
And good luck when you're older. Justin Bieber had a post the other day on his Instagram talking about all the drugs that he did when he was younger and how much it fucked him up. And now he's got a relationship with the Lord, and he's got, he's married, and he's trying to be a normal person.
Yeah.
But he's struggling with the fact that he was insanely famous when he was a kid.
Months ago, I was really struggling mentally and emotionally, and just there were so many things that were adding up, and I wasn't able to enjoy any of the things that I owned.
That stuff's not gonna matter to you.
None of the actual things did anything because I was so hurt and I was so confused and I was so sick, and there was all these things, and I was like, I can't, there's like, you just can't, like you said, you can't enjoy the actual physical, tangible, things that money offers.
Justin Bieber didn't just accidentally fall into fame. His rise almost looked engineered from the very beginning. It started with those viral YouTube videos, a kid singing in his hometown, completely unaware that the entire industry was about to lock onto him. Then suddenly Scooter Braun appears, then Usher steps in, and before long he's standing alongside some of the most powerful figures in music. On the surface, every step looked like success, like the perfect ladder to superstardom. Each new name attached to him made it seem like he was moving higher, getting closer to the top. But when you look at the pattern, it almost feels like a pipeline, smooth, calculated, and relentless. And the deeper he went into that world, the bigger the spotlight became. But at the same time, the tighter the grip around him seemed to get.
Because I think if a victim comes out against Usher, it'll show how egregious this shit is. Because if he can be a predator, then anybody can be a predator.
Can't smile in your face the whole time.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, people look at Usher, they don't see that. They're not seeing the victim. They're not seeing that boy that got rushed to the hospital. They're not seeing what the intentions was in his heart when he took Justin Bieber there.
Oh.
Let's be honest. He took Justin Bieber there. Diddy had been trying to get to Bieber for a minute. And his management was backing him off. But it wasn't until Usher took over management and had guardianship and gave temporary guardianship to the diddler for 48 hours. Think about that.
What's going on with you guys? Are you working together?
I'm not. I mean, I think that we've become friends in a strange way, you know?
Like Robin Big.
Yeah, it's like, exactly.
I'm Big and you're Robin.
Yeah. No, I mean, to a lot of us, he's like a little brother. You know what I'm saying? He's not afraid to call and ask for advice. He's somebody that, in the industry-wise, the record industry is a strong family, and he's somebody that, you know, we definitely have our arms around, and we want to protect him because he's such genuinely a nice person besides his talent. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the greatest kids that you could.
And then this old clip starts making the rounds again, something that had been sitting in the shadows for years, almost forgotten. In the video, Diddy is sitting there on camera, completely relaxed, smiling like it's just another casual moment. And then he says it. He jokes that he's been given custody of Justin Bieber for the next 48 hours. Not mentorship, not a studio session, not a collaboration, custody of a 15-year-old kid. And the way he says it, he laughs like it's some funny story. Then he doubles down and mentions he had a similar arrangement years earlier with Usher when Usher was a teenager too. And when you hear it now, years later, with everything we know about how the industry works, it hits very differently. Suddenly, that moment doesn't sound like a harmless joke anymore. It sounds like a glimpse behind the curtain of a system most people never questioned.
What's up, man? You good?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, young brother, everything's good? Selling out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you tried to get in contact with me, you know, through all my, business, partners and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But you never really got my number, so.
Right. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
I'll tell you my number.
Yeah.
It's 555.
Yes. Okay.
5555.
Okay. 55. You heard that?
Yeah.
Okay.
The you of then was on a path of self-destruction.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I would have, for sure. 100%. Yeah. It would have been no bueno. It was bad. I don't know if I'd be alive for sure. It was dark. So I'm very, very grateful to have influences in my life that have played a huge part in me seeing their relationship with Jesus and their relationship with their wives and their relationship with their kids and saying that's what I want. But I want to definitely tell my story so that if that resonates to anybody, that they can hopefully. But yeah, just protecting those moments because people take for granted encounters and
then the documents start surfacing, and suddenly the whole story feels a lot heavier. Court filings, flight logs, hotel receipts, reservations made through shell companies. The kind of paper trail that doesn't look strange at first glance, but once you understand what you're looking at, it starts connecting you can't ignore. Piece by piece, it paints a picture that's hard to look away from. And in the middle of all that, Joe Rogan picks up a handwritten note, something reportedly written by a 15-year-old Justin Bieber. In it, the kid isn't talking about fame or success. He's just asking to go home early, saying the trip was too intense, the schedule too overwhelming, that he missed his mom and something about the whole situation didn't feel right. Joe starts reading it out loud on the show, but he can't even finish. His voice cracks, and he just stops for a second, looking down at the page before quietly saying, "This is just a kid trying to breathe."
He did an interview back in 2020 with Zane Lowe. I think this was on Apple Music. And he was speaking about another young artist that was coming up, Billie Eilish, and Eilish. And he was basically speaking about how he wanted to protect her because she was now another young person, a rising artist in the industry. And sort of out of nowhere, he became quite overcome with emotion.
This is about Justin Bieber. When people hear about him going insane, like, of course he's going insane. You have no idea what it would be like to be him and to be 17 years old. And girls literally trying to break into his house. They're coming down chimneys. They're flying in on parachutes. They're doing anything they can. They just want to be around him. You want him to be normal?
Oh, man, poor guy.
Flown out to Atlanta by a manager. His name's Scooter Braun. Flown out to Atlanta just to meet with him and meet different producers and different people. I was actually going to meet Jermaine Dupri at his studio. And who rolls up? Usher in his Range Rover. It rolls up, and I was like, "Is that who I think it is?" And Scooter was like, "Yeah." And so I ran up to him and I was like, Usher, I love your songs. You want me to sing you one?" And he was like, "Let's just go inside, little buddy. It's cold out." So the politest possible way he could say no, he did. And I was like, wow, he just turned me down. And I was a little disappointed. He had to go into a studio session, so I was like, whatever. And a week later, he actually watched my videos with my manager and was like, oh my gosh, why didn't I let him sing? So flew me back to Atlanta where I got to meet him again. And he wanted to sign me. But there was something else.
Justin Timberlake, right?
Yes, Justin Timberlake also wanted to sign me. It was like kind of like, what happened was Justin Timberlake and Usher both went into a ring and boxed it out. And the outcome was Usher. I think it was a TKO.
And then you have him come to audition for you, right?
Actually, there were a few people. My wife at the time.
Right.
It also was Perry Reed, L.A. Reid's first wife.
You were all sitting in a room somewhere?
We were in a room.
Yeah.
And I showed her the video. And Perry says, "Are you crazy? You better get down there and meet this kid right now. He's amazing."
When all these pics come out and all this stuff with Bieber's big penis, are you the mastermind behind that? Say, listen, show off your big penis and people will come to those concerts. Or are you sitting there?
Is that the kind of manager he's doing?
Usher, are you sitting down with him and saying, yeah, show your or leave it in your pants? I mean, do you sit him down and say, look, part of this is PR,
Hey,
man.
by the way, he does have a brain of his own.
Yeah, but were you shocked at the size of his penis?
Hey, listen, he has a mind of his own. What he chose to do with his penis is his prerogative. He's managing that aspect of his life.
But Usher, is somebody...
I have nothing to do with Justin Bieber's private part.
And then the footage surfaced, and that's when everything took a darker turn. The timestamp reads 3:12 a.m., a quiet hallway inside a private estate reportedly rented through one of Diddy's shell companies. No public listing, no oversight, just another place hidden behind layers of paperwork. In the clip, you see Justin Bieber walking down the hallway alone, head lowered, a guitar hanging from his hand. On both sides of him are two handlers moving with him like escorts, not like mentors guiding a teenager. It already feels strange, but then the camera catches something through a slightly open door. A whiteboard. Joe's producer zooms in, and written across the top in red marker are two words, full immersion. Underneath it, a strict list. Vocal drills until dawn, no personal phone, sleep limited to 4 hours, no outside contact without approval. Nothing about creativity, nothing about learning, nothing about being a kid. Just control. Just pressure. Joe sits there staring at the screen for a moment before speaking again, his voice quieter now, colder. "That's not mentorship," he says. "That's how you break someone."
We had seen these videos of Justin Bieber being handed over to him at age 15. Great job. Great job. And for his weekend with Diddy camp. I mean, we don't know, but it certainly looks like Justin Bieber is still suffering the fallout from whatever happened to him as he was coming up the ranks of the music world. It really doesn't seem worth it. I mean, I'd love to hear more from his camp about what's real, because it's clear he's suffering. We just don't know from what. And what mother out there would give her 15-year-old boy over to a grown man who's in the rap industry for a weekend with Diddy camp without other adult supervision.
Also just show you this montage. This is a montage that was shared by Evie Magazine. They do great work on their TikTok of Justin Bieber, again, just 15 years old, in Hollywood, surrounded by a bunch of adults. And you let me know if any of this registers to you as normal. Take a listen.
Wow! I feel violated right now. Wow.
Lean into me again. You smell amazing. How old are you?
Thank you.
How old are you?
I'm 16. I'll be 17 in like 2 weeks.
I don't ever remember smelling that good at 16. That was bad.
Yeah.
Wow, look at your eyes. Look at what a beautiful face. All right, now it's...
Eventually, Justin Bieber started hinting at it himself. Not directly. He never pointed fingers or named anyone, but if you listen closely, the message was there between the lines. He talked about being pushed too hard, about doing things he didn't want to do, about how fame had broken something inside him. Over time, he found stability, his wife Hailey, his faith, a chance to rebuild pieces of himself. But the truth is, you don't rebuild unless something was first torn apart. When that podcast episode went live, the silence that had surrounded all of this for years suddenly cracked open. Industry insiders began reaching out, sharing stories that sounded eerily familiar. Long nights, isolated weekends, phones taken away, young artists surrounded only by handlers and powerful executives. One former assistant even claimed Justin wasn't allowed to call his own mother during certain trips. Another described focus weekends, total lockdown environments with no outside contact. Joe kept asking the same question over and over. How did this go on for so long? And the uncomfortable answer started becoming clear. Money, power, fear, and a system that rewards people for staying quiet. The fallout was immediate. Brand deals started disappearing, collaborations were quietly canceled, and suddenly a man once treated as untouchable in the industry became someone companies didn't want near their name. Before ending the episode, Joe looked straight into the camera. No jokes, no guests, just honesty, and said something simple but powerful. If you see something wrong, speak up. Protect people, not fame. He even pledged every dollar from that episode to mental health programs and artist protection groups, saying success should open doors for young talent, not trap them inside a machine. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just about one artist or one powerful figure. It's about a system that for years allowed young performers to be pushed, controlled, and sometimes broken while the world looked the other way. And maybe the reason that moment hit Joe so hard is because sometimes the truth doesn't knock politely. It just crashes in and forces everyone to finally pay attention.